Many of us plant enthusiasts have a tendency to fall in love with one plant, whether it be philodendrons or peperomia. But one woman here in Sweden whom we're about to meet is obsessed with Hoyas, to the point that it's all she grows. So I want to see how she does it.
Hello.
Hey there, how are you?
Hello.
So good to meet you. I already see some Hoyas in here.
Yes, they are everywhere.
Oh my goodness. So this is the Hoya Haven.
Some say so.
Yeah? How many Hoyas do you actually have here?
Oh, I have a little more than 400.
400?
Yes.
Wow, holy crap. Is this all species or some cultivars or?
I think I have maybe 2 or 3 cultivars.
Two or three cultivars and the rest are species?
Yes.
Well, should we step in and just see a little bit of what you have here? Where are most of yours actually coming from? Any particular country, or are you just collecting them through other collectors?
I have from other collectors, but I know all the big collectors, so it's easy to get them for me. I've been to Asia, I think it's 12 times. I've been in the Philippines once, back in '97 on my first trip, and then I've been to Borneo 4 times. And I get friends everywhere. So I have friends there and in Malaysia and in Thailand and Indonesia. And I've been to Sumatra twice and to Laos twice.
So you know your way around in order to be able to get some of these beautiful Hoyas. And I heard, from folks that there is a strong Hoya collective here within Sweden.
Yes.
And are you a part of that?
I've been the president or part of the board for 20 years.
Wow. How did your love for Hoyas start? Because right now I'm kind of looking and it looks like you have all Hoyas here and you're almost exclusively growing Hoyas, but did you grow other plants first or did you just dive right into Hoyas?
I asked my mother once when it started because she was not growing any pots.
Yeah.
And she said as soon as I started to walk, I was crazy about Hoya, about every plant with flower.
Yeah.
So when I moved out from home, I started to have pots everywhere, any kind of plants. But in the 70s, I discovered that I had 3 Hoyas. I had a Bella, multiflora, and carnosa, of course.
Okay, so common ones.
Yes, but I could see they were very different, the way they grow, the way they look, but they are the same shape in the flower. And that made me interested, and I thought it must be many more. And I couldn't find any.
Yeah.
But I tried.
Yeah.
And then I read in a book in the 80s, I think, that in USA you can find 7, 8 more. So I asked every person going to USA if they could search a Hoya for me. I had never any luck.
Yeah.
Because later I understood that only the collectors had them. It was not in the shop. But in '96 I discovered we had a Hoya society in Sweden. And that was like Christmas Eve for me. So in just a few weeks I bought 25 new species.
Oh my goodness.
And then the girl who started this society, I asked her about going and see Hoya somewhere. I thought about gardens in Denmark or Holland or something. And she said, I'm going to Borneo next spring. Do you want to be with me on that trip? And I did. And then it started.
Then it really started. Well, it sounds like, over a decade you had really had this intrigue and curiosity for Hoyas. And then all of a sudden, as soon as you saw more, you're just like, I have to have them all.
Yes, exactly. It was like that in the beginning.
Yeah. Tell me what it is about the Hoyas that really you gravitated to. You said a little bit more about how their flowers were developing similarly, but I'm sure now that you have a collection of 400 of them, you have a deeper appreciation for the nuances of the Hoyas.
As I've been the editor for the bulletin of the Swedish Hoya Society for many years, I'm very interested to get to know the Hoyas, the new ones, and also to see the flowers and take pictures And even I take out the pollinia to take picture of the pollinia through microscope. I like to grow them and see them. So I can describe how they behave also in a room. Because some are easy to grow and others are really terrible. Those Hoyas growing on a high level, from 1,000 meters and above, they have very cold, low temperature at night and very hot in the day. And the humidity is dry in the morning and very wet in the evening. So for growing them here and have them to flower, you need cold nights. And I don't get that in this apartment because it's always too hot in the night.
Right, unless you set them outside.
Exactly what I do. In June, when we don't have freezing nights anymore, I put them on the floor on the balcony, so in the shade of the sun, so it's not too sunny and burning, and then I can get flower in the end of the summer.
And have you ever experimented, you said you have 3 cultivars, but have you ever experimented with crossbreeding or doing any things yourself? So you're really a species person.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't like the hybrids for another reason, and that's the people who has a seed pod or because very few make the cross and know who is the father.
I see, yeah.
So mostly like the seed pod I had opened last few days ago, I have no idea who is the pollinator.
Oh, really? Okay.
I just found it. It's here on the table.
Can you actually see this?
Yes.
Because one of the things that was really interesting about seed pods is that you don't usually find seed pods on Hoya. It's very hard to get.
No, I put it together like this for not blowing away. But this is the backside of the seed pod.
Right.
And here is the cover.
And so the paternity, we don't have a paternity test yet for Hoyas, so unless you do some genetic analysis, perhaps. No. And now, are you going to plant any of these seeds to play around, or what are you going to do with them?
Yeah, maybe I will.
Yeah,
I'm not so sure if I have the space.
When you propagate, then you're probably pretty much propagating from stem cuttings.
Yes, all the time.
Do you typically root in water, or do you typically root in a substrate, or both?
Both.
Okay. And it's probably based on which ones you think from observation actually go in water.
These with a lot of aerial roots, I put in water because it's more easy. Here I have a plastic thing with many different things in.
Yeah.
And I put this leca in its water below because then they are not falling.
That's a really good idea. So these are like little lava stones or pebbles or pumice.
Yes.
You have that
to support them so they're not falling out.
Right. And then when you transfer the water roots into the soil substrate, does it have any problem rooting then in the soil substrate? So it's very
But I don't need very many roots before I plant it.
Right.
I don't wait until I have 20 like this.
Right.
3, 4, 5 like this is enough.
And then you have a certain substrate that seems like you're using very heavy in perlite.
Yes.
Do you have like a specific kind of concoction that you're using, or is it just whatever you have?
I buy a soil mix they have in Sweden with small leca in it. And then I put half of that soil mix and half perlite.
Okay.
And this is a self-watering spot. So they have a water magazine here in the bottom.
So tell me a little bit, maybe take me through some of the species that really resonate with you, or that may have like an interesting story, or that may be just unique all around that you think people would enjoy. This one I haven't seen before. It has a very succulent and very curved concave leaf.
This was sold on the market in Thailand from a person from Myanmar, and they called it SP square. Because of the square leaves.
So it's not really quite identified yet.
Yes, it has got a name. The name is Hoya rotundiflora.
Rotundiflora.
Because the flower is like a ball.
But it still has the umbels, but then the actual individual flowers are ball-like.
This one is from Papua.
Much tinier version.
Yes, this is probably solaniflora.
Solaniflora.
It's not very common.
Yeah. Yeah, very tiny, diminutive, and dainty leaves.
Yes, I have some more of these with very small leaves, and they dry out too quick.
I was going to say, the succulent leaves are usually the ones that could take a little bit more of a beating.
That's the reason why I have one small one here in a plastic bag.
Yes, the poor man's humidifier right there.
Yes. So I have already killed one in here. This had two.
Oh, wow, that one you can't even, I wouldn't even guess that would be a Hoya unless it was in bloom. How would you even know that that's a Hoya?
I guess my friend who has been in Papua has seen it in flower.
Yeah. So do you have ones that are primarily vining, or do you also have ones that are more shrub-like?
I have some shrub-like, but I don't like them so much.
Okay.
Because they're coming out like this.
Yeah.
Half a meter to the side.
Okay, I see.
Maybe I have some flower here.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It's Hoya vangviengiensis.
Do you have evenings where everything is in bloom and it smells?
Not everything.
Yeah. It doesn't quite have a smell, but...
Not in the daytime. I just had curtisii, but this will fall off any day because it's green when it starts to open. I have buds here and more buds here.
Yeah, that one is in a full bloom.
Here I have one in bloom.
Oh, here we go. Oh, that's nice. It looks like a pubicorolla flower.
Yes, but pubicorolla is not a name that it's useful because the herbarium sheet was destroyed.
Oh, so there was only one original pubicorolla herbarium specimen?
No, I think they had two, but both are gone.
Oh, that one does smell.
And it's almost black.
So do you know what kind of what the species is?
Pubicorolla.
And are these called spurs, or what are these called? So this is where the
peduncles.
Peduncles. So this is where the flower.
Well, this part from here out is spur, but the peduncles start here at the node.
Okay.
So this is the peduncle, and this is the spur.
Yeah.
Because this is reflowering many times.
Yeah. So this actually reflowers. So anybody who, is bummed that the flower fell off or whatever, I think that they shouldn't be so bummed because it probably will come back.
Yes, and when they want to take old flowers away, they shouldn't take all this.
Keep that.
But only from here.
Yeah.
Because this one will be like this one with the time.
Okay.
I think we can go to the kitchen.
Sure.
Here I have one more.
Oh, yes.
This is a small one from Philippines. It's open very short time, just a day. So this is about to close now.
How long do they typically flower here in your home?
Some flower 6 hours, and the best one flowers almost 4 weeks.
Ooh. Which one is the 4-week one?
Loki.
Loki.
It's from Vietnam.
Okay.
Also found by friends of mine.
Wow. Well, you're friends with everybody, so that doesn't count.
Here I have one more of the small ones from Papua.
And that's not the same one that we saw out there that was in the...
No, this is urniflora.
Oh, and this one has a very hairy stem. Is this a little more challenging in order to be able to propagate?
This one has been in a plastic bag for 2 years. I just put it here a week ago.
Oh my goodness, on life support.
And here is another one.
What is that little contraption that you have right here?
This is the cheapest and easiest way to get humidity.
I love how thrifty you are. Well, that's a clever little machine. I've never seen anything like that. How if you filled that bottle up, how long would it take? How long does that keep humidity for?
No, not so many hours.
Okay, but
just
a
little.
few hours, yeah. It might be all it needs.
This species is a new one.
It looks like also another challenging one because it's not as succulent.
No, and this easy set peduncles and buds, but they fall off just before they are big enough to open.
Oh, really? Oh, that's a challenge. This one's...
It's also from Papua.
Yeah, and it almost looks like it's fuzzy, but is it, or...
This is...
But it doesn't feel fuzzy.
A bit similar to onychoides. And this one, we don't even know if it's a Hoya or not.
It almost looks a little bit like a decidia.
Yeah, but it has not flowered yet.
Yeah.
But it gets very red if it gets a lot of sun. Because I had it in a lighter place before.
Yeah.
And here I have gigas. It's hard to grow in my home.
There, yeah, it's just in a sphagnum bag right there. And that one gets, how large are the flowers?
11 centimeters.
Wow. This one is what it looks like, essentially. This one's an interesting one. It's another thin-leafed variety.
Yeah,
Platycaulis.
It's from the Philippines. It's a platycaulis.
Yeah.
It will bloom soon.
Yeah, this one's nice.
The flower always hide under the leaf.
Yeah, hey, what are you doing under there, guy? It hasn't fully opened up yet. So here's a question for you. Which one has your most favorite flower and which one has your most favorite foliage?
This one is with my favorite foliage. This is a very nice one. This is undulata. This is from Borneo.
And I could see why. It has these nice undulating, almost crispy edges and some beautiful natural modeling here that has like the silver modeling. Is it
a small pocket of air?
So it's air pockets within the
Upper
epidermis
layer
or the, So it creates like a little different color, coloration. And then is there anything interesting in these windows that you'd like to point out?
No, this is the one with the smallest flower.
Oh.
Minutiflora.
Nice leaf. It looks a little bit like a curtisii.
Yes, but the peduncles here are so tiny, it's like a thread. And the flowers are so tiny.
Yeah.
The umbel of about 10 if you pull it out, it's like, if I remember, 1-2 millimeter each.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly.
This one's quite nice. It's got a nice ribbing down the middle, the mid-vein.
This is krohniana. This is very close to la carnosa. And this one I like very much. This is from Laos. Because the leaves are so hairy, it's like touching a cat.
A very soft cat. Oh yeah, that one is quite nice. And it's it has these ridges as well.
Yes, nice vein.
Yeah.
And the flower is pure white, but the shape and size is about same as carnosa. It's from a place in Laos named Vangvieng.
Okay.
So the name is vangviengiensis.
Okay.
This is lucky.
Okay.
This is the one where the flowers last
For 4 weeks.
3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
And the smell is very nice, like a perfume, but not too heavy.
Not too heavy.
No, it's very nice. And here is one of the newer species going to bloom.
This one's very iridescent.
This is from Vietnam, and the name is thuathienhuensis.
Thuathienhuensis.
Yes. And this is from the collection from the girl who worked in Papua.
I love this one.
It flowered just a few days ago.
It's almost grassy.
You see here, I have peduncles coming.
Yeah, look at those.
One there.
Yep, right here.
One there.
Yep. Lots of them. Very prolific.
Yes, I think...
Look at this one. It's kind of like...
Yes, all the flowers are on the floor at the
You
moment.
can wrap yourself up into that one. Oh, this one's kind of got an interesting leaf over here.
Yes, this is from the beginning named valmayoriana, but it's now a subspecies of Ceropegia.
Okay.
No, of lacernacea, I think.
Huh. These are nice and succulent. God, these are really pretty.
Yes, this is a kind of nyhuusiae and lanceolata, and they have hairy stem, and these can be a little bit tricky to root. Sometimes they rotten if you put them in water, so I used to put them in moss.
And then do you have one that's one named after you?
Yes, in another room.
Okay. Wow, wow.
And here I have my photo studio. This small part here is for photos.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is so funny.
This is the one named with my name, Nyhuusiae. This is the one that want to have cold nights, so it's very tricky to grow.
Well, they picked a very high maintenance one for your name.
Yes, this is from about more than 1,500 meters above sea level.
There, yeah.
Yes.
And where is that native to, and what country?
From Borneo.
From Borneo. Borneo has some really interesting plants there.
And this is also from Borneo.
Ooh.
Here you have nose and leaves look the same.
Yeah,
Touch this one. This is a peduncle.
Okay. Wow.
And you can see it's coming a bud or something there.
Okay, see that? Right there at the base of this peduncle. Oh my goodness, so grass-like. And then here you see that.
Yes, and the leaves are the same, but they are like double, flat and double.
Wow, that is cool. And this one doesn't have a species name, or does it?
Yes, it has. The name is Hoya retrosa.
Erythrosa.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
And this is something new from Indonesia.
So unnamed.
Unnamed, yes.
Yeah.
It says here it's a Dischidia.
Interesting. Which Dischidias, for others who may not know, are in the same family, but it's a different genus of plants. Now, that one is really unique. It's very, what is that one right there? Is it lineage?
It's acicularis.
Acicularis.
Also from Borneo.
Okay. Wow, I love the ones that are quite thin. And then I saw this one as well that has like these purplish red.
Yes, from Philippines.
Margins, and it's also quite fuzzy like a cat.
I think it could be Ancayanoa or very close. Huh. It's not the same clone, but I don't know.
This is really beautiful too. It has some of that kind of leaf modeling.
Erythrina from Malaysia.
It's also got really beautiful leaf venation here.
Here I have a funny one from Philippines, not named. These get flowers that is almost black. With a little bit yellow in the middle.
And pretty fun. Ooh,
yes.
Look at this fun leaf.
Oh, it's something wrong with that leaf. This is one of the only Hoyas growing wild in Japan. It's from Okinawa.
Okay.
It's a carnosa.
Interesting. And then this one, I thought it was also really beautiful, the way that it's curving its leaf. It looks like it just takes water right down, like a little slip and slide.
Yes, most leaves are shaped so the water can be like a drop in the end here, so they don't stay on the leaves.
It's nice too.
Yes.
There's not many leaves on it, but it is really nice. Oh, you got such a nice collection over here.
We go to the next room?
Yeah, sure.
This used to be my office many years ago.
Used to be. Then she got the Hoya kick.
No, I have only Hoya rooms. Here is the next.
Oh my goodness. It's just room upon room dedicated to Hoyas.
I want to downsize my collection because I'm getting old and it's too much work for me.
Would you be then trading them off or?
Some might throw away if they are ugly.
Oh goodness.
And other ones.
You're ruthless.
I sell the plants.
Yeah. Wow, this is so cool. Oh, look at this one. This one's like quite delicate. Oh, this is a multiflora again.
Yes, I have a yellow leaf, I think.
Yeah, a couple. Here we go.
Peduncle.
It's hard to pay attention to just like one of the plants. I feel myself like looking around like a schizophrenic cat at absolutely everything that you have. Merrillii, this looks super cool, and this one's got really, really dark leaves.
This is a hybrid from Hawaii. It's made by Michael Mierchuri.
Well, it's one of the few hybrids, so it got lucky, but I love it. It's got this really dark,
it's a mix
midnight green leaf.
Between archboldiana and I don't know if it's onychoides or maculabrae. I don't know.
Super cool. Okay, how many more rooms do you have?
No more rooms.
Okay.
Here I have one of the Ceropegia from the Canarian island.
Whoa. Does it get a leaf on it, or is this the leaf?
This is the leaf that is dried off. I had some leaves some weeks ago.
But it's got a really succulent stem, and it's doing just fine.
Yes.
So Ceropegia is also in the same family as the Hoyas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think this is the most crazy one. This is Spartoides. They get leaves when they are seedlings. Mm-hmm. And as soon as they start to grow, the leaves are falling off.
Oh, that is really bizarre. And where is this from?
From Borneo.
Wow, spartuides.
Yes, and it gets orange flower here at the top. And here in the plastic bag I also have one that is very difficult, a new one. And two new ones. I have cutis-porcelana from the Philippines. And this one is Hoya medinillifolia.
Oh, it's got some nice new leaves coming in, new growth.
Yes. When it's traveling from Thailand to Sweden, it loses all the leaves.
Oh.
They are lying beside in the box.
Yeah.
So I have put a lot of moss here to make them recover and hopefully grow. But as you see, many of them, the stem will rotten in short time.
Right.
This one is gone.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's dead.
It's rotten.
Yes.
Well, this is marvelous. Thank you so much for showing us your very extensive Hoya collection and sharing in your love for Hoyas. Hopefully more people will follow your path of Hoya love.
I hope so too. About, I think 2003-04, I had 850 plants. But it was too much to take care of.
Yeah. Well, you have to start to determine then, is this
worth it?
Is this worth it? Is this making me happy? Is this bringing me joy? And there is that kind of line that you cross where you're like, this is way too much work.
Yes.
But you still want to love and enjoy your plants. Well, it sounds like you're finding that balance.
Yes, I try to.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
It was nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Thank you for making time for us. I love Torill's collection of Hoyas. It is so complete. And I also admire the fact that she's using secondhand objects not only to adorn her home, but also grow her Hoyas. I want to hear what you thought about this houseplant house tour. And if you have suggestions for more, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to support this channel, the best way you could do that is planting your finger on that subscribe button and hit the notifications bell while you're at it so you don't miss another episode. And remember, you could follow along on my personal journey on my blog at homesteadbrooklyn.com and on Instagram at homesteadbrooklyn. See you guys later.